Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Well, it's kind of a front porch vlog a little bit. I am sitting out on the patio. Here, I'll show you a little bit. Sitting out on the patio of the hotel. You can see the palm trees. Can you see the palm trees? I don't know if you can see the palm trees over there. And I'm sitting out on the patio, and we just got done filming a couple's video, and Alex wanted to take a picture. He was like, I want to take a picture in bed with us in the robes. So we took a picture of us in the robes, and then we did the Q&A, and then we've just been hanging out in the room today, and Alex was like, I'm hungry. We're getting ready to start getting ready and then go meet Jesse and Fufu, my brother-in-law and his fiance. We're going to Dana Point to meet them, to go eat somewhere, and we're gonna walk around and look at Christmas lights and stuff, because apparently they have like Christmas lights in Dana Point. I don't know, but anyway, so we're getting ready to go get ready and go meet them, and then have dinner there. Jesse found a real cute place for us to go have dinner, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, we've just been kind of like hanging out in the room today. We didn't get tickets to Disneyland, so we were like, why don't we just spend the whole day in the room together, like having a little bit of a romantical day. And so it's been nice. So we've had a really good day. Last night, after Alex, like I got done with all my videos and stuff, and Alex like hung out downstairs in the bar with some of the women that he was at the conference with, and then he came up and I took a shower and changed, and then we went to downtown Disney to find a place to eat. We were both like really hungry for pasta, so why, I don't know, we didn't think that the restaurants would be jam-packed is beyond me, but we didn't think that, like, for some reason we didn't think like that downtown Disney would be busy, and it was absolutely overwhelmingly packed. So we went to downtown Disney last night, which is interesting because we had both been to downtown Disney in Orlando, which is pretty big, and downtown Disney in California is not. It's still nice, it's really nice, but yeah, it definitely is not the size as the one in Orlando. So we were actually really surprised by like the size of Disneyland here. Like, I guess that I was always under the understanding or the belief that Disneyland was just, I don't know why I thought it was just as big as Disney World for some reason, and it's not. It's like a much smaller version of Disney World or whatever. But anyway, the original though, I guess. So anyway, I didn't, is it the original? I don't know. I'm not a big Disney person. So anyway, yeah, but I didn't know that. So anyway, and so we ate at this restaurant called Naples last night in downtown Disney, which is like this Italian restaurant. It was really good. We went there, and the wait was like 50 minutes. And so Alex was like talking to the hostess, and he was like, can we sit at one of the high tops in the bar? And she was like, yeah, if they're available. And so she was like, you can just like wait, and if one comes available. So we waited. It was literally like less than 5 minutes. We were sitting in the bar under a heater, and it was like perfect because it was cold outside last night. But so we sat down and had dinner, good dinner. Alex had the lasagna. We split. They had like a vegetarian Caesar. We had that, and then we had I had the gnocchi, and then we got like a bread basket. Alex had a glass of wine. I had a Dr. Pepper and a water. And then when we were done, we came back to the hotel, and we got cozy in our pajamas, and Alex played his game, and we watched, like, I'm not a big Friends fan. You guys know this, which is so funny, because, like, every time I watch Friends, like, I always laugh my butt off, and I think it's, like, hilarious, but, so last night we watched, like, 4 or 5 episodes of Friends back to back. It was, like, it started with them being in Las Vegas. That was, like, the first episode that we watched, and then we watched all the way through, like, the New Year's episode, and some episode after that, and I was like laughing. Alex is like, you say you don't like this show, but you laugh every time we watch. So anyway, we had fun, and then I was like, what time do you want to sleep till tomorrow? And he was like, till my body gets up. I'm not setting an alarm. And it was like 12:30, and I was like, well, I'm going to set an alarm because I'll sleep all day. So I set an alarm for 12 because I was like, if we sleep more than 12 hours, that's ridiculous. And I could too, because this bed is so comfortable. So, but we ended up getting up, I think it was like 10:30, something like that, I don't know. But anyway, he woke up, and the reason I woke up when he woke up was because on his phone, he played that Alexa, what do you call it, the waves and ocean that we play. And so he turned it off, and so when he turned it off, I like woke up because I was like apparently deep in REM sleep. I've had like really weird dreams here, like bizarre dreams since we've been here. So anyway, we got up and we just kind of like hung out in bed and just made coffee and didn't really do a whole lot. And I was like watching some videos back from my drama channel, and he wanted to take this picture of us in these robes, so we did that. And then I was like, did you still want to do this video of us together? He was like, yeah, I want to do it. So we sat down and we did the video together, and then I uploaded that, rendering that. Well, it's actually uploading right now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna post it today or if I'm gonna post it tomorrow. We'll see. I did a drama video that I just posted before I came out here, and then I called Tanya Jean and was just checking in with her, and she was telling me about her holiday party that she had for the kennel last night. She has like a work holiday party for all the people that work at the kennel, and so she had that last night at Dave & Buster's, and she was telling me that it was catered and what they had, all the food that they had, and that they had mini sliders and pigs in a blanket and chicken fingers for the kids, and she said it was really nice. So anyway, I don't think I've ever been to Dave & Buster's, but she said it was a really good time. They had a blast. So, and then I was asking her what she was doing today, and she said she was going through her closet and she was looking for some sweater, and she found a box of pictures. This is so me. So she said she is just like going through this box of pictures, and I asked her if she had been at the kennel, and she said yeah, and I said, how's Boo Radley doing? She said he's doing great, and she's like, he loves being out in the yard, and she's like, he just runs and runs and runs. And I think it's so funny because like when I let him out, like he'll run, but like he typically just like kind of walks and smells, and she's like, oh no, he runs here. He's like, he'll like run after, like he'll hear a sound and then he'll run after it, and then he'll run over there, and then he'll run over there. And so anyway, I miss the little guy so much, and but I'm glad he's doing really, really well. So little Boo Radley, miss little Boo Radley so much. And yeah, so that's been kind of it. I don't have a whole lot more to talk about. Alex has to pack his entire bag up. He went, did I say this already? He went down to go get something to eat because he's hungry. He was like, I'm gonna try to find something to eat and bring it back to the room because he needs like a afternoon snack. And I was like, can you bring me like, I don't want like a Diet Coke, like I want a real like Coke or Dr. Pepper or something today. He was like, yeah, I'll bring you some. So he's gonna bring me something to drink here in a second. But I wanted a coffee. We made coffee in the room, but it just like those, well, if you watched my video of making coffee on my Peter Does Stuff channel, I didn't do a great job. But like it doesn't make, like the coffee cup is like this big and it only makes like this much coffee, and so it's like, it just kind of gives you a taste of, you know, the coffee that you get or whatever. So anyway, yeah, that's it. And I'm excited about seeing Jesse and Fufu tonight, and I'm excited about going someplace different for dinner. I should probably like, where's my phone? I think I'm like charging my phone. Hold on just a second. I should. Ugh. Oh, there's my phone right there. I was gonna say I should. We've been watching this Home Alone marathon today. They had the original Home Alone, and then they had the original Home Alone, and then they had Home Alone 2 on, and I think they're having Home Alone 3 on. Now tomorrow, as far as my vlog, something's going on. Tomorrow, as far as my vlog, it will depend on what time we get home. I was asking Alex, I was like, what time do we get home? He was like, I have no idea. And so, and I don't know either. So, depending on what time we get home will depend on whether or not I vlog. I know somebody was like, why don't you vlog in the airport? it's hard to do that sometimes because I have to find like a really like quiet space to do that in. And if you've been to the airport recently, there's not like a lot of places that are quiet to find to just sit. And then people look at me constantly while I'm doing it, and in all truth, like my social anxiety is like overwhelming to the point where like for me to just talk into a camera like this while people, you know, 100 people are watching me is not comfortable. But I was like, I could do that. I think I did it one time before, but I found like a really like kind of secluded place. So if that's the case, I will do that. If not, depending on what time we get home, I will vlog, and then it will probably go up late. And then if not, I will skip vlogging tomorrow, and I'll just post that I'm not gonna vlog. So anyway, my phone is like not charging today. I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, and I have to download, so I don't ever unpack when we go on trips. I just live out of my suitcase, and I'm kind of like, well, first of all, I'm a horrible packer because I always bring too much stuff, and so this trip I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And so I tried to like, I made a list of like the things that I needed on the trip, and I tried to keep it just to the list, but I ended up bringing like a t-shirt every day for the room, and I've worn this hoodie the whole time. And so there's that. And then I did wear one of the black t-shirts to film videos. And then I'm gonna wear, I brought a black hoodie, and I'm gonna wear that. I thought he'd be back by now. I'm hungry. I'm not hungry, I'm thirsty. I think I'm gonna wear the black hoodie on the plane tomorrow. I brought like 3 dress shirts because I thought I would wear one last night, but it was so cold that I was like, and I don't have a coat, I didn't wear a coat out here because I didn't want to wear it over this hoodie. So I was like, because I wore this hoodie on the plane, so I was like, last night I was gonna wear one of these dress shirts, but I was like, it's so cold outside if we're walking around, I don't want to be freezing, so I didn't wear the dress shirt, and which I brought my platform Doc Martens to wear with jeans and a dress shirt. And so and I also brought like these dress pants that I had worn to the wedding. I was just telling Tawny Jean, like, I love these pants. If you're a man out there or your man needs dress pants, let me just tell you something. I found them in the suit section at Macy's, okay? And they're Tommy Hilfiger, and they're kind of like, they're not like dress pant material. They're almost kind of like, I don't want to say brushed denim because that makes them sound like they're like really casual, and they don't look casual at all. They look like dress pants. But they have a stretchy waist on them, and they fit me so perfectly, so well. I love them so much. And I washed them and I dried them, and I was like really worried that it would shrink them up or, you know, whatever. But they came out of the dryer needing no iron. I mean, they were like perfect. Like I just folded, I was like, oh my God, they look like I just bought them. And they fit me like just as well, like after I'm like, is somebody out on the patio like looking at me? They fit me just as well after I washed them and dried them as they did when I had bought them, if not better. So I'm gonna wear those tonight. But I'm thinking about, last night I ended up wearing the navy bluish black, it's like dark navy blue sweater that I had worn to the wedding, and I've worn it quite a bit since. And so I was going to wear that, but it was cold last night because I didn't wear it with a t-shirt. So I think maybe tonight I might wear that with a t-shirt. And I have to check and see this restaurant that we're going to, how casual it is. If it's casual, I'm just gonna wear a hat. But I am gonna wear my platform boots for the main, oh, here's my husband. For the main, oh, we got all kinds of stuff. For the main reason that I, what's in that pink bag? Huh? Shh. What did you get?
Chicken water.
Thank you. Cheers. Ooh, that tastes so good. It's a Coke. I very rarely like Coke, but for some reason today I was kind of like craving a Coke, and it tastes so good. Look, a fountain Coke with crushed ice. And I usually don't like crushed ice anymore, and I love it. This tastes so good. But I brought these, I was telling Tanya this. I brought these damn, did you ever do this? I brought these damn platform boots out, and I was gonna wear them yesterday. I almost wore them on the plane. Thank God I didn't. But I was gonna wear them last night, and then tonight. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna bring them out here. I didn't wear them last night. And this is the reason why. I was like, we're gonna be walking around a lot downtown Disney, so I don't wanna be uncomfortable. So I'm gonna wear the clogs. Thank God I did, because we got lost. And so we were trying to get out, and we were like trying to get out of the downtown Disney, and we were walking all through this California hotel that looks like a Christmas lodge. It was a very cool hotel, but we couldn't get out of there. And so my feet by that point were killing me, even in the clogs. And so if I had been, I told Alex, I said, thank God I didn't wear those platform boots. My feet would have been killing me, but I would have looked good. I would have. Speaking of which, a lot of people ask about, well, not a lot, but several people ask about the Christmas thing that we went to the other night and that I didn't talk about it. I didn't really talk about it much because there really wasn't much to say. So let me tell you what is so funny about this. Okay, so we got invited to this thing. I was kind of excited about it because, like I said, I don't really ever get invited to stuff here in town. And it was like, I thought it, like they made a super big deal out of it, that it was like this hidden room, and it was like this pop-up kind of shop thing that they did, and it was like this influencer, they made like this big deal out of it, right? And when I looked at their Instagram, it looked really, really cool. It looked like, what I imagined was that it was like 5 or 6 rooms, and then you kind of wove through it, and each room had like a bar and all this kind of stuff, right? But you had to pick a time, like that you came, and it was like, they had like 3 times. It was like, we did 7:30, so it was like 7:30, 9:30, and like 11:30. They had like 3 times, right? And while you were there, you like had an hour and a half while you were there, okay? And it was like, if you didn't show up within 15 minutes, like they wouldn't let you in. It was like very hardcore. So we were real excited about it. We didn't really know what to expect, and it was like you got 1 free drink, and it was like all this Christmas stuff, and the pictures like on the Instagram were like really, really cool. So we show up, and it's in this room off the kitchen at the very back of this bar, which is interesting because it was this bar that we used to go to back in the day called Cadillac Ranch, and now it's called Nevermore or something like that. And it looks really nice, like what they've redone to it. I hadn't been in there in forever, and they have like all these lounges and stuff like that. Hold on a second. And so we go in there, and they check us in. The people that ran it were very, very nice. The girls that were running it were just unbelievably nice and stuff like that. But we go in, and like she's like, go in, enjoy, blah, 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 whatever. You go in, you walk in, and there's like this huge like red thing that you like walk through. And then they had like 6 or 7 Christmas trees set up and a bar at the other end of the room. And the room was probably 30 by 30, and there were probably 40 people in the room. No lie. And it was, the entire space was, we were all in line to just get to this bar where they had these specialty drinks that were called like Christmas Tree, Kris Kringle. I mean, it was Christmas Kringle. It was like, that was it. It was just, you go in and you get your drink, and then there were all these places like by Christmas trees to do photo ops. Like we walked in, and Alex, we were staying there for a second. Alex goes, this can't be it. And he goes, hold on a second. So he like walked, and then he came back, and he goes, this is it. And I go, oh no, this can't be it. Like there have to be other rooms. Like it can't just be this room. And he was like, oh no, this is it. And I was like, it was dumb, you guys. It was embarrassing. It was dumb. And so, I mean, it was nice to get invited, but like, and I kind of felt bad for the girls that were running it, because they like did trivia and stuff like that, and like the bartender, everybody was really nice that ran this thing, but it was like they had this whole thing on the wall where they had like Christmas wrapping paper And it wasn't even like really like Christmassy wrapping paper. And it was like peeling off the wall. And then they had like a basket, and they had like these Christmas hats. And like, you know, like when they have like a photo booth thing, and they have like, you know, the mustaches that you hold up on a stick and all that. They had like all this stuff, but it was like Santa hat, and Christmas, it was like all that kind of stuff. But nobody said anything about using it. And so finally, we had been there like an hour, and because we stayed the duration, we talked to some other people and whatever, and everybody was real friendly and nice. And so finally, I look down and I see there's like this red cowboy hat. And so I said to Sarah, because she was taking a lot of pictures, I said, you should take a picture of this red cowboy hat. This is hilarious. So she took a picture of the red cowboy hat. And so the woman that was like kind of running it, I pulled her over and I said to her, I said, you need to tell people about this basket. Like, people would love this to take pictures with, because everybody was taking pictures, you know, for their Instagram and stuff in front of the Christmas trees and things like that. And she was like, you think people would really care? I said, you need to hype this up. Yes, you need to hype this up. Like, come on. Like, so anyway, then they played trivia, and it was kind of like, people weren't really getting into it. And I was like, come on. And like, so they were like, you had to come up with like a funny like group name. And so Alex came up with our name, which was the, like, you know, Feliz Navidad. It was the Navidaddies. I think he spelled it like Naughty Daddies or something like that. And so we were like being hilarious and being loud, and like people were laughing and stuff. But it was just kind of like when I say that it was dumb, I don't mean it like it was like the stupidest thing I've ever been to. I meant like, I don't really understand what the purpose of it was. Like, I'm confused by it. Like, really, like, and they did, like, it was like a fundraiser for, but they never said anything about that before. Like, in like the email that we got and whatever, they never said anything about it being a fundraiser. And there was like, you could Venmo money to this thing, and it was like some pet charity. But they only talked about it like at one point, and there was like a little card like on this table, and like if you didn't go to that table, you would never have seen that it was a pet charity kind of thing. And so, I don't know, it was just kind of like, I felt like it was a missed opportunity of something that could have been very, very cool. So we had a good time, because I mean, Alex and Sarah and I always have a good time when we go and do stuff together, you know. And so we had a good time, and it was fun, and it was really nice for me to get out, and it was fun to drive downtown and whatever and everything like that. The other thing was, I hadn't packed. It was the night before we were leaving. We weren't getting home until, like, you know, when I did that, like, I didn't talk about us like flying out here. And so I didn't, you know, I wasn't ready to go on this trip. And so when we came home, I had to pack and whatever, so I didn't want to stay out like super late and all that kind of stuff, but it was fine. We met a couple different couples, and we talked to them, and they were really nice, and there were some girls there that were like taking pictures like everywhere. Like this one girl, it was funny because the one girl, I had seen her, like, she's like an Instagram influencer here in Indianapolis, and I had like seen her on Instagram before, and she's a beautiful girl, but like she brought a friend with her. Like, you could tell the friend's job was to take pictures. And so she would like, because most people weren't this serious. Like, most people were just like hanging around, enjoying their drinks and talking and stuff like that, or sitting on the couches and whatever. This girl was like this. And then she'd say, okay, now over here. And then she'd say, it was like all that. And the friend's job was like, and then she'd like hand her the phone, and she'd like look through all the pictures, you know, because it was like a burst, and she'd say, we need to do this again. And she was like very serious about these Christmas pictures. She probably got some great pictures, I don't know, but we took some fun pictures that night. We had a good time. I mean, it was fun. I just was like, I didn't get it. Like, I mean, I just didn't understand it. I feel like it was like a missed opportunity. I feel like sometimes I can't say anything critical, because if I do, people will think that I'm so mean. But I just was like, y'all worked this up to be this like incredible deal, this incredible thing, and it literally was like 40 people standing in line for some special drinks at a bar. I mean, that's all it was. And once you got your drink, there was nowhere to stand because it was so crowded in this little room. I mean, this room was little. And I was like, this is kind of like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know, I'm confused. So that was really why I didn't talk a whole lot about it. I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have said it was dumb. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I just didn't get it. And the thing that was so sad is I kind of felt bad for the people that were running it. It was like these two girls, because you could, something smells so good. Something that's being cooked outside smells so good, but you could kind of tell that they knew that it was kind of like real corny and that they were like really working it up. This one girl was like, because they were dressed like elves. They were dressed like elves. It was called Tinseltown, and so they were dressed like elves, and this one girl is like, hi, I'm Tinsel. So when they like did this, like they brought us all together and then they introduced it, and she's like, hi, I'm Tinsel. Welcome to my home. Please enjoy yourself, take pictures. We've given you guys lots of places for photo ops. Enjoy one of our signature cocktails, and we're gonna have a little fun game that we play trivia later, and blah, blah, blah. And the trivia questions were, what were the 4 food groups in Elf? Which I hadn't seen the movie, so we didn't know that. Where did the parents go, or where did everybody go in the first trip of Home Alone? That was the first one. What were the other questions? Where did the first Christmas tree come from? I think that was France. I can't remember, but there were questions like that. They were fun questions. We played trivia. We had a board. We were like, you know, like you dry erase board. We were like... Anyway, it was, you know, it was whatever. It was fun. It was something different to do, you know? I love anything that's a little bit different to do, so... Anyway. It was funny because when we were there, there was like this girl, she came up and so she's like looking at Alex and I. And, she kept on like looking at me, and I was like, I would wonder if she's like, she's gonna come up and say she watches my videos or something, which like never happens. And she looks at Alex and she goes, I follow you in your Instagram. And he goes, oh, you do? Thank you. And she's like, oh yeah. She's like, I saw you at this such and such event, and I love your style, and I follow all your Instagram and stuff like that. See, Alex always, like, he always gets noticed, and people come up to him and say stuff and whatever. And she's like, oh, I saw that you had been at like Zoobilation and all this kind of stuff, which is like this fundraiser for the zoo that they do every year. And she's like, I saw that you had done this thing. And anyway, she was really nice. They were really, really nice. And she was like in marketing as well. So Alex was talking to her about some marketing stuff. And this other couple that we were talking to at the end, they were really nice. And the husband was taking all these pictures of his wife, and so he was talking about how like he always gets to be the photographer, and I'm like, yep, that's me. Alex always is like, oh, Alex always says, can you pick me? Can you pick me? And then he hands me the phone, and that means I get to do photo bursts like this while he models for the world. So anyway, that was our fun little Christmas outing the other night. And now we're getting ready to go look at Christmas trees and Christmas lights in Dana Point and go eat dinner. And I'm real excited. So I'm gonna get off here now and go inside and spend a little bit more time with my husband. Is he still eating? Oh, you finished eating already? And then I am going to, I wonder if that's his food that I know, because he said he just got chips and guac, I think. So I'm gonna go in here and spend some time with him and then get ready, and yeah. And like I said, tomorrow I may not vlog depending on what time we come back, but I'll let you guys know. I'll post it on the community tab, and I'll post it on the Vloggerinos group if I don't vlog. And if I do, it'll be up later, because I'll wait till I get home to vlog probably, unless I can find a quiet space in the airport. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out on the trip with me. It's been fun. It's been really nice to just get away for a couple days. I told Alex, I said, I feel like I've been in this hotel room for 5 days, but I haven't minded it at all. It's been really nice. And it's been nice to just be somewhere else and relax and all of that. So anyway, hope you guys are having a magically amazing Saturday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Like I always say, you know, changing somebody's day, changing somebody's life. There's so many people out there that don't hear from people, you know, and I think sometimes, especially at this time of year, we think that it takes a lot of money to make somebody really happy, but, you know, a phone call or a text message doesn't cost anything, and you can really be cheering somebody up. So anyway, and also love yourself a little bit, and it's gonna stop, you guys, it's gonna stop, and I didn't get to finish my outro. I can't even believe it. And also, love yourself a little bit more. No, that's not it. And also, be kinder to one another, love each other a little bit more, and be kinder and love yourself a little bit more. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Oh, and for those that need to hear it, and those that want to hear it, and those that just happen to stick around, one more I love you. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Happy birthday, Lena.